Doc Loves the Kids, a local Kitsap County nonprofit organization established in 2015, whose mission is to provide activities, programs, and community support for at-risk youth.
They put the U in community.
Doc Loves the Kids.
Welcome to Uncommon Courtesy.
We give you the courtesy of conversation
that's uncommonly spoke of.
I'm D-Mac.
I'm Wesley.
And this is the show. Don't forget to like, listen, subscribe. Thanks for everybody that listens to our show. Don't forget to catch us every Sunday, 1 p.m. Pacific time, here live in studio. We're going to do it on Zoom. Make sure you bring your cameras on. We want to hear from you. We want to see you. You can't block out your picture or else we're going to just drop you from the live. We want to hear how you're feeling about the election. Have you voted yet? Have you voted yet, Senor Wesley?
Not yet. I'm going to go ahead and drop mine off at the polling station, man. We're going to see what's good. I'm voting Kamala. I'm going to keep it real out there. You ain't got to tell people who you're voting for. I'm voting Kamala. I'm voting mostly Democratic down the line. I really that's just my thing for right now. If I find a Republican that I like and that expounds things for the people, actually, instead of just saying I'm gonna give you tax cuts, and in reality the same tax cuts you're probably only getting $1,000 back a year, maybe, or $800 back a year in those tax cuts, but the millionaires and billionaires are getting billions. But of course they make more money, which they should, but at the same time we're watching how the rich get richer and the poor get poorer when it comes to price increases versus the price of goods versus the price of how much people actually make at work and how much they're actually getting in raises at work. There's a problem.
Yeah,
there's a big problem. So that's just my thing right there.
So starting off here, you go ahead, sir.
Yeah, starting off, man. Pretty crazy night tonight. Israel launches strikes on targets in Iran, risking escalation in Mideast wars. Iran closed the country's airspace early Saturday after an attack by Israel. The urgent advisory was sent to pilots and seen by the Associated Press. Iranian state media did not acknowledge this country's airspace had been closed. Flight tracking data analyzed by the AP showed commercial airlines have broadly left the skies over Iran after the attack. This is a breaking news update.
Yeah, man. So they've bombed Tehran, and Nevatin, and so the whole thing, Iran had came out and said, "Yo, if you bomb anything over here that you ain't supposed to bomb, we're gonna cut off all the oil supply coming out of here." And what that's gonna do is gonna make your gas $20 and $20 a gallon.
Yeah, they control the Strait of Hormuz, which is like, I want to say like either 60 or 70% of the world's oil travels through the Strait of Hormuz. So I mean, this is what affect the entire world. I mean, and so this is not something that anyone wants to see, especially this close to an election. If I'm the American, if I'm Joe Biden, if I'm Kamala Harris, I'm explicitly letting you know, if you do this, then I know you're really working with Donald Trump, like they say that Netanyahu is working with Donald Trump, the Israeli prime minister. They've said that him and Donald Trump have a gentleman's agreement, I guess, that for him to keep the war going in order for it to make it look bad on Kamala Harris and the Democrats.
He's done a lot of that. Think about it. Don't fix the border because it's going to make me look bad. Don't agree to a deal to fund the government because it's going to make me look bad. Don't let them stop the genocide because it's going to make me look bad. That's great. He's not caring about the American interest. If I was Donald Trump, I'm an intelligent man, I'd be like, yeah, I told him to do the border deal. I told him to fund the government, and I stopped the war, and I'm not even president. Think about what I could do if I was president.
Absolutely. I wanted to make sure America was safe, so this is what we went out and made sure it happened.
Yeah, and when I become president, we can do more and get more going.
He's all about him. You look at how he handled COVID, but let's get back to this attack right here. This attack is, they said they basically Israel launched airstrikes early Saturday on what it described as military targets in Iran. So they didn't attack any oil fields. That's one thing that Biden and the Biden administration asked them not to do, and they also looks like they didn't attack any nuclear sites. So that's another thing they asked them not to do as well, because you start attacking nuclear sites, then why don't I just launch what I got? At that point in time, okay, this is the things you want to do, because if you attack someone's nuclear sites, that's gonna also bleed out nuclear, like fumes and just gases as well too. So that might not be a good thing for them. That might just make them want to, escalate the war even further, because now you're trying to put them in even more harm's way by saying, okay, I'm gonna take out your nuclear facility so you can't attack me if I chose to nuke you. So it's just this to me right now, honestly, We're telling Iran they can't. You guys better not do anything back when they attack you. That's like saying let somebody walk in. If you go to school and you walk in and somebody slap you, and then you're not supposed to. Somebody tells you, and you better not slap them back.
Yeah, the U.S. has handled this poorly. They're like, hey, they're going to shoot missiles at you, but you better not do nothing, or else we'll bomb you back. All these countries need to bomb back Israel. Bomb them back. America can't do nothing. They can't drag us. That's the whole thing. America can't get into a war this close to the election. Everybody has about a week to do whatever they want to do before things pop off.
So at the end of the day, for the interest of Israel, I think we'll step over lines for them. I mean, I watched the town hall. Yeah, I watched the town hall. I think it might have been a CNN town hall or something like that, where Kamala Harris was on there, and this woman asked her, about the Palestinians and what more we can do and how she felt about it, and the way she danced around the question made me sick. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was just looking at it like, man, this is how hamstrung these people have our politicians, where they can't. A Republican would be like, this is about October 7th. They'll go hard. They'll be like, this is about October 7th. We're Israel. Blah 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 blah. We're full throated behind Israel. But she tried to dance around it to not give too much of a sense of we're not behind behind Israel. And we want to help the Palestinians. She made it. It just was
she has to do what she has to do. And just like Van Jones said it. He's like, look, they're not taking the same test. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump is allowed to be lawless, and she has to be flawless. And I've said it many times before on this show. It's like Republicans don't care who they put in front of there as long as they got the power. And the Democrats want this perfect person. Perfect person. All the boxes. And that person, it's invisible. It's never going to happen. We're not perfect.
That's a very good point, man. But you see why, though? Because look at the people who they cater to. They cater to people who care about other people. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but that's the problem too. The people be like, "Oh, why would you say that?" My friend, I know people that would be offended by that. No, the person that's offended by that needs to speak up. That's what's wrong with us now. You know what I'm saying? Because you're always saying this person would be offended, that person would be offended. I don't hear them speaking up because you know why? They're not offended.
But you got to understand, like, the reason why I believe that most Black Americans are. I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm gonna speak for myself as a Black American. Are Democratic. It's because we understand. We've been through the struggle. A lot of us have. We've come from nothing. Our family members don't have a lot, so we understand why people need assistance in some cases. Why people need a leg up, or why we understand why there's what is it called? That was not so much. It wasn't called DEI before. What was it called before? I can't remember. But we understand
critical race theory.
No. It's but we understand why they have to help us. We understand why they have to help put us in positions that matter. And so at the end of the day, when we're sitting back, we're voting based off of those principles right there. We're not voting based off of just our own pocketbook. We're voting based off of our families too, because a lot of times we have to help take care of our families. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and only the family.
What'd you say?
Only the family.
But in all honesty, that's why we're very much behind that. It's not that we're so much as, oh, this person would be offended, this person would be offended, because the offense was once pointed at us only, mostly. It was once like, oh, we just called this name to these people.
They're still allowed to be offensive to us.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They still are. They just skipped over us and be like, oh, you can't even say nothing bad about the gays. You get more trouble for that than you say calling somebody a nigger. You know what I'm saying? And I said it with a hard ER, because every time I hear somebody that's not black say it, I say it with a hard ER. I want you to be as uncomfortable as I am. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't let you say that in front of my grandma. You wouldn't say that in front of your friend's grandma. You know what I'm saying? Most people that say that, they're in a phase in their life.
Yeah.
And it's not working out. But, and we're going to keep you updated on this Iran and Israel conflict because it's still going down. But speaking of things that are going down, Grammy Award-winning rapper Lil Durk arrested in murder for hire plot. Grammy Award-winning rapper Lil Durk has been arrested in Miami on charges that he orchestrated the attempted 2022 revenge killing of rival rapper Quando Rondo at a Los Angeles gas station, federal prosecutors said Friday. Lil Durk, whose legal name is Dirk Banks, I don't know why he doesn't use that as a rapper, was arrested near Miami International Airport on Thursday night. He was charged with conspiracy to use interstate facilities to commit murder for hire, resulting in the shooting death of Xavier Robinson, 24, Rondo's cousin. An FBI affidavit released Friday, federal prosecutors allege that Banks, leader of the rap group Only the Family, or OTF, ordered his associates to kill Quando Rondo, whose legal name is Taekwon Bowman, in retaliation for the murder of Chicago rapper King Von. Bennett was gunned down by Bowman's associates on November 6, 2022. Prosecutors allege after Bennett and Bowman got into an altercation outside of an Atlantic nightclub.
Yeah, this is kind of a sad situation, to say the least. I mean, he's one of my I like Dirk, you know what I'm saying, very much so. I hope that this all works out for him. But what they're saying about it pretty much is that one of his associates may have been wearing a wire on him during this situation right here, where they've gotten some information. We don't know that to be true. That's just what we're hearing. And the person that they're accusing him of doing it was someone that he actually helped take care of while that person was away in jail, and that person got out.
OTF Jam allegedly wore a wire for multiple years. He had previously served 12-year sentence.
Yeah, so I mean, the whole, I mean, it's just sad because the whole thing started from two people who once were friends, which was Von and Quando Rondo, and it turned into them two kind of beefing over, over nothing really. You know what I mean? Over just like the fact that he felt like he was disrespected by the other person, and he Von went to fight Quando Rondo, and they ended up killing Von, and then it kind of spiraled out of control from there. So I mean, this is another sad case of a talented, young wealthy black man being put in situations to where I hope that, what they're saying about him, hopefully it's not true, but if it is, it's a tough situation. This is a murder for hire. They're talking about this may carry the death penalty.
Sentence, yeah.
You know what I mean? Over in California. I guess this is a Marshal thing. They said that he was
the U.S. Marshals picked him up because it's an international, because they plotted it in Chicago, but once you cross state lines, it turns into a federal thing.
Yep,
and so they're saying that they ordered the flights and the rental cars with a credit card that was linked to them, and the people, they flew to L.A. to go kill them. Because at first the people thought it was the Rolling 60s that did it, because they were like, oh, the Dirk is cool with the Rolling 60s, and that's they had him killed.
Yeah.
But nope, they were all from Chicago shooters. And they arrested the 5 of them. Knowing me, and I see my homies get arrested, I ain't here no more.
Yeah, one of them is like OTF Didi, which is like one of Dirk's close associates. He had been in jail for, I think, a murder or something like that, and he got out on appeal, and now he's caught it back up in this case. They grabbed all 5 of them, and so at the time, I guess Dirk was in Orlando with his kids, and he actually took them down to Disney World, or Disney World down there?
Disney World, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so people are saying, oh, he tried to run. He was already in Florida.
They caught him at the airport.
No, but he just came back literally not even a week ago, probably last week when they were playing when they had football.
Hey, when they was raiding Diddy's house.
He was in London.
When they was raiding Diddy's house, he was about to fly to Florida. Then he said, nope, go to this place where they can't extradite me, and went to an island.
Well, he should have probably went there again the second time.
I don't care what nobody. Yeah, I was running.
I feel like they're utilizing that as a tool to try and keep him in jail. I don't know if he's running or not. He didn't. Where he was supposedly going is an extra. It's Italy. You know what I mean? They can extradite you from Italy. They'll grab you.
In Italy. You start in Italy.
It doesn't matter.
Once you make your way to Greece.
Once you're there, I mean, if you go to Greece, they're probably going to snatch you up and take you up out of there too.
They're
coming to get you, man.
In Italy, they'll be like, Little Dirk. No,
They extradited. I can't remember. Some girl killed. I forget, something happened.
Oh yeah, the one girl and stuff. No, they tried to send her back again and hold her trial again. And America was like,
all I'm saying is, I don't feel like he tried to run. I know
exactly what you're talking about.
I feel like I feel like they're trying to set this up so he cannot get out of jail, because they're going to say he's a flight risk.
He's not going to get out of jail. He's been on so many attempted murder cases already.
He hasn't been on any attempted murder cases at all.
About? They were up for one. I think it was in Michigan or something like that.
It was in Atlanta. No, it was in Atlanta.
Okay, cool. You know what I'm talking about, bro. Like,
I mean, he beat the case. He already beat the case. He had nothing to do with that. He beat it.
Yeah, still, just like if you get the police called on you for a DV and you're found innocent, it's still on your record.
Still on your record.
Still put it there. Definitely. You can't buy guns right away. They be like, hold on, woman beater. You got to wait a couple days. We know you didn't do it, but still.
All I'm gonna say is this right here, man. At the end of the day, man, let's hope that this situation works out. His situation works out with Thug as well, young Thug, and we can get these young black talent brothers back.
Pay attention. It doesn't pay to live this kind of life. Don't let these $1 million rappers lead you down a tunnel where you can't get out of. Once you catch a felony, your life is over, and you can't spit a hot 16 to get out of it. I just want to let you know that. Go to school. Keep your rights, then you can carry all the guns you want. Don't follow ignorant niggas that are sponsored by white people who only want to project that to your communities. Go to school, get an education, stop making your mama cry, or be smart, become a lawyer, and then you could be Dirk's lawyer. You see how that works? Because being a nigga in the streets is going to end you up in these two places. You're either going to be dead like King Von, or you're going to be in jail like Little Dirk. And that's my TED Talk.
It's crazy. I mean, you made some very valid points.
It's a valid point.
At the same time, though, some people who grow up in those type of environments, and that's just what they have in front of them at that time.
Barack Obama's from Chicago too.
No, he's not from Chicago. Barack Obama's from Hawaii.
There's a lot of people that grow up. Just because you grow up in an environment doesn't make you. There's a lot of people. Be a monster.
There's a lot of people, but a lot of people that it was either you're soft or it's what's kicked into you. That's just kind of what it is. Sometimes you grow up in environments, and sometimes it's foisted upon you, and that's just what it is. And for those kids who are dealing with that, try to find a better way out.
And you're allowed to change.
You can't. As you get older, if you do make it through those times, try to find a better way out. And so I do agree with what you're saying, but there's some people who are just different and built different, and it's not going to go for all the all the bullshit that comes along with things. So I mean, to those people, try to find a better way out if you make it through those tough years.
Yeah, I mean, even Snoop Dogg, he was on trial for murder, turned his life around. He's the most famous rapper in the world. He went back to his old neighborhood, and some guy wanted him to bow down to me. He's like, bow down to me. He's like, give me my props. And Snoop was like, bro, he's like, you ain't got no job, you homeless, and you ain't got nothing. He's like, and homeless, I'll put you off the hood. And Snoop said, yo, you ain't put me on the hood, you can't take me off the hood. He's like, I ain't listening to nobody, ain't got nothing. He's like, don't listen to none of these people. That's what they want you to do. Don't let people say, keep it real for the streets. The streets don't love you. The streets don't love nobody. Nobody. That's why they call it the streets. They're dirty.
19-year-old Walmart employee found dead in the store walk-in oven in Canada. Police are investigating the death of a 19-year-old Walmart employee who was found in the store's walk-in oven Saturday in Canada. Halifax Regional Police in the province of Nova Scotia were called to Walmart at 6990 Mumford Road at 9:30 p.m. and found the young woman dead. The woman was located in a large walk-in oven belonging to the store's bakery department, police said in an update Tuesday. Authorities said the investigation continues as the cause and manner of death have not been confirmed. Investigators are working with the Occupational Health and Safety and Nova Scotia Medical Examiner Service on the case. Officials have not said whether the circumstances of the woman's death are criminal in nature. Wow.
Yo, so I'm looking at the oven right now, and it's huge. Look, it has an emergency handle inside. It's, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't latch when you first close it. You got to push it closed.
Somebody killed her.
Yeah, they put her in there and they held it closed because it has an emergency latch on the inside.
If you closed it and somebody banged on like, "Hey, let me out," you can hear them probably. I'm figuring.
They can hear her scream through the whole store. They could hear her screaming.
That's why didn't they open the door?
Because nobody knew where it was coming from. Help me, please. And then after a while, your body can only heat it so much.
Somebody closed that door on her on purpose. That's why they're not saying nothing. There's a videotape of it. They did kill her. That's crazy, man. It doesn't really. I've never heard of anything like that. And that's not that. It's big, but it's not that big. It's not like you couldn't see a person in there if they were in there.
You can see a whole person in it. They have a window in it and everything. Look it. You can see it. It's a big old door.
It's big, but it's. I wish we could show this if you can.
No, we're gonna show it to the people. I want everybody to see this.
It's big, but it's not like I thought you were saying. Like window, like it's walk-in, but it's not like walk-in. Humongous walk-in where you like a person can hide away in a corner. You close it.
You're looking right at them.
Yeah, you're looking right at them. And it does, like you're showing, it doesn't close by itself. You have to latch it and close it. It
has an emergency handle on the inside. So just in case you get stuck in there, you can open it from the inside. Somebody was leaning on that door while she was getting cooked in there.
Something happened.
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
It's crazy. For them to not have already, they're probably afraid to say anything because it is Walmart, and Walmart probably, Walmart got lawyers. They ready to go. You know what I mean? And they also got video of what happened. So somebody would have been charged with murder too pretty quickly had it been a murder.
Yeah, it must have been somebody important.
You know what I mean?
Her family member worked there,
Who's it going to be, the manager? Who's going to be the manager at Walmart?
You'd be like, oh, man, the tape, we weren't looking at that area right now.
Laughing, you know what I mean? But that's crazy, man. I just couldn't see this happening. It's just not – I've never heard about it happening anywhere else. You know what I mean?
Like, why would it happen? Ain't nobody stupid enough to get inside that oven. You put the food in there. Somebody held the oven closed and put her in there, or they pushed her in there. They're like, hey, get this for me. Pushed her in there, held it closed. If it got an emergency latch on the inside, they meant to kill her.
It had to be, man. I feel sorry for the family, man. Hopefully, you know what I mean, whatever did happen, you can come to a resolution. They can figure it out and whatever. And if they have to get any kind of monetary resolution to this, they need to go ahead and get. Huh?
I couldn't even work there no more.
Her mom. They said her mom works there.
You got to smell baked bread and your sister.
Didn't they say her mom works there or something like that?
Her mom and her brother.
Wow, man. I wonder, man. I'm checking everybody in the whole store.
Yeah.
At that point in time,
it must have been a lover's quarrel.
Something had to happen, but I don't.
That's the only thing that makes sense. She wouldn't just lock herself in there and then start screaming for help. I made a bad idea. Hit the latch. People can panic. That happens. You know what I'm saying?
But you had to actually close the door behind you, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I'm wondering if somebody's leaning on that door.
This is what I'm going to ask you this. just because you close the door doesn't mean it starts the oven. So then somebody had to start the oven at the same time too. Close it and then start it.
Yeah, you can't just turn it on while you're in there.
Crazy.
We're going to keep everybody updated on that one.
We just solved the case right there, damn near.
We did.
Lawsuit claims character AI is responsible for teen suicide. A Florida mom is suing character AI, accusing the artificial intelligence company chatbots of initiating abusive and sexual interactions with her teenage son and encouraging him to take his own life. Megan Garcia's 14-year-old son, Suel Setzer, began using character AI in April last year, according to the lawsuit, which says that after his final conversation with the chatbot on February 28th, he died by a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. The lawsuit, which was filed Tuesday in U.S. District Court in Orlando, accuses character AI of negligence, wrongful death, and survivorship, as well as intentional infliction of emotional distress and other claims. Founded in 2021, the California-based chatbot startup offers what it describes as personalized AI. It provides a selection of pre-made or user-created AI characters to interact with, each with distinct personality. Users can also customize their own chatbots. One of the bots Setzer used took on the identity of Game of Thrones characters Daenerys Targaryen, according to the lawsuit, which provided screenshots of the character telling him it loved him, engaging in sexual conversations over the course of weeks or months, and expressing a desire to be together romantically. What the hell?
He didn't even get to rub one out.
He said a screenshot of what the lawsuit describes as Setzer's last conversation shows him writing to the bot, "I promise I will come home to you. I love you so much, Danny."
You know what?
We got to start. They got that in some countries, and I'm not advocating for this, they ban kids from using certain things under the age of 15. They ban them. This is going to get, you've turned a character into something, and this person, and this thing, it's not even a person. This is a computer program.
That's like the time the girl, she had her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend on the phone, and she was telling him to kill himself. And he was on the phone like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. She's like, I'll do it, you pussy. And he got in the car and he let the fumes go in there and he killed himself and they locked her up for it.
That shouldn't be. Why are you locking her up for that, though?
Because they said she coerced him into it
over
the phone.
He coerced himself, man. I mean, but anyway.
But you letting a chatbot, bro, you didn't even see no titties.
He probably did.
You didn't even get the wet box.
He probably, in his mind, he's 14, though. He's a child.
Yeah, he's a kid.
He's a kid, man.
Kids shouldn't be on social media, but you can't monitor your kids all day.
No, but you should.
But you can cut off the internet.
Okay, there should be phones that kids only get to use. You know what I mean? Here's your phone, kid. You know what I mean? Period. You should have to certify that you're above a certain age to be able to use certain things. Maybe have I don't know.
They do.
There's ways to be able to do that.
In a fake page. That's why I used to meet girls on a Facebook dating. And they'd be like, it says 38. They'd be like, I'm really 31.
But you know what they do on a lot of other places too? You have to fill out a form and then send them a picture of you and then send me your ID and all kind of extra stuff. Yeah, I mean, they make them do that. This thing talked to him. If this thing came to a point to where it was like, okay, I'm this character and I'm talking to you sexually and we're having full-on conversations and all kind of weird shit's going on, that needs to be monitored and controlled because those people, they're responsible for that.
Yeah.
Period. I don't care what nobody say. You're responsible for what you make as a product.
But what else was going on in his life to the point where he had to resort to a chat bot? He knew it was a fake bot, but he's 14. His brain,
14,
he don't know.
Man.
He's 14. I can't even.
He thinks this is a real girl. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen people get catfished. You know what I'm saying? Who they ain't never even met the person.
Player?
Yeah, Tua, whatever his name was. You know what I mean?
I've been catfished.
I mean, a lot of people have been catfished.
I need more than headshots, baby. I'm gonna need the whole.
You feel what I'm saying? Like this has been going on for a very long time. Yeah. Things like this has been happening. We both know that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel bad for that young boy. He has his whole life ahead of him.
His parents, man. Like imagine how they feel, but they were not monitoring him good enough. Obviously, man.
You should have paid attention when his keyboard got sticky.
But you don't even know it. The crazy part, you're stupid. You know what I mean? You don't even know half the time when things are really going on. Though that's the biggest problem.
You can't, especially today. Today you can't monitor everything those kids do online because everything they
it's
can
impossible,
do,
man.
They can do it all. They can get everything done while you're in the bathroom taking a dump.
And you don't and listen, and they know stuff that we don't. They can hide. There's apps you can hide all the apps.
They call them Finsta accounts.
It's crazy. I didn't even listen.
You know what Finsta is? So kids have their regular Instagrams, right? Then they have a Finsta account where it's a backup one. Where they go and do all their nasty stuff on there and send nude pictures.
What do you think we was gonna do when we was that age? We act like this is like, you feel what I'm saying? I'm not talking about.
If I had technology back. Oh my goodness, you know girl, it's video chat.
Crazy.
Enough of this dry humping.
All this stuff we talk about, just taking all these pictures. Man, you know what would have been going on had we had that type of technology? Jesus, it would have been. The world would have been a much different place for all of us, man. MySpace changed the game.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And then
MySpace had the thing on there where you could actually find, it was a date nap before they had date naps.
Yeah.
Because you could go on there and be like, I'm looking for singles within this mile range that want hookups.
But then look, we go from there to Facebook, to Instagram.
I found a girl that she thought I had a girlfriend, so she wrote every woman on my MySpace that I had a girlfriend. Don't talk to D-Mac or Macadosha one, he got a girlfriend.
But the biggest thing is, man, all these different things that we've gone from to where we're at now, man, we couldn't imagine having. So I feel very, very bad for this kid that he had. Obviously, he didn't have any friends.
It's going to get worse because now they can make the AI pictures of the women. Now the women are going to be able to talk to them,
Imagine having the, what's it called? When you start getting into, what are they doing now with Meta? When they start
with the robots?
No, they put the goggles on. Yeah, man, the VR, it's going to change the game. But I'm just saying,
if they can do the VR and I can wear a bodysuit where I can feel everything, I don't need to leave my house.
It's over, bro.
Imagine
how many grown men going to be knocking themselves off.
Night.
Grown men to be knocking their heads off
1996 Queen Latifah every night.
Dude, it's crazy, man.
Living single. And that's the way we're going to end it, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, don't forget to catch us 1 p.m. every Sunday, Pacific time. Live town hall meeting. It's getting close to the election, y'all.
Let's make it happen.
All right.